A scorching heat wave hit Springfield. The ink on newspapers was burned right off the pages. Even butterflies spontaneously burst into flames, and the alarm clocks in people's homes melted at the slightest touch.
Oh, so hot, so sticky.
After Homer got out of bed, he realized that Marge was missing.
I'm back here.
The morgue was packed with bodies, but it turned out that Abe and his friends had sneaked in just to enjoy the air conditioning. The school had also installed air conditioning. Principal Skinner no longer worried about students skipping class, and even people who had graduated years ago came back to school.
We're wasting more energy than Ricky Martin's girlfriend. Hey-you!
The entire town's power lines were on the verge of overheating, and the nuclear power plant was already operating beyond capacity. The mayor personally came to ask Mr. Burns about the situation, but his solution was to cut off power to the orphanage because they couldn't file complaints.
But, sir, we're at full capacity. One more appliance could overload the system.
Fear not. Our town has dodged disaster, and I have come out smelling like guest room soap.
The Simpson family swayed back and forth in front of an electric fan. Homer went to a closet and pulled out a Santa Claus decoration, hoping it would provide some psychological comfort. Lisa tried to stop him from using more electricity, but Homer insisted on doing whatever he wanted. The moment he plugged it in, it became the final straw that broke the town's power grid.
Jingle bell what?
Dad, it's a blackout.
A blackout? Oh, every time Santa and I get together, it's a disaster.
Springfield's power supply instantly collapsed. Carl was driving while complaining to Lenny. Suddenly, they realized the car coming toward them was each other's. Moments later, they crashed head-on and slammed into a storefront.
I don't hear an alarm. Let's take stuff.
Whoa, isn't that stealing?
No, it's just looting.
Sweet. Let's go nuts.
Residents began looting supplies. Some people smashed store windows outright. The news reporter even managed to make the situation sound more chaotic.
When's my right time, Kent? When's my right time?
Homer sat on the roof watching the madness unfold. The police arrived to disperse the crowd, only to get robbed themselves. Bart wanted to join in, but Homer firmly stopped him.
All right, but not the imported.
Homer?
You've got to set limits, Marge.
No beer!
Springfield was now in complete chaos. Everyone was protesting the government. Even Captain McAllister's eyes had been stolen. Some people even blamed Chief Wiggum for everything. The government had no choice but to establish an emergency blue ribbon committee.
Oh, committee!
Did he say blue ribbon? Committees don't get any better than that.
Marge and Homer believed that staying home was the safest option. Marge complained that the entire crisis was Homer's fault, but he showed no remorse until Lisa ran in crying that her doll was missing.
Doesn't Lisa have a human face?
Yes, and she's crying.
Seeing Lisa heartbroken, Homer decided to find her doll. After conducting his own investigation, he identified Bart as the prime suspect, even though Bart was sitting nearby quietly eating an apple. Homer spotted a hat outside the window and followed the clue to a store, where he happened to run into Jimbo buying a new hat. Homer immediately questioned him, and Lisa's doll fell out of his jacket.
I think they demean women.
Well, think again, son. You're going to juvie.
Lisa was extremely grateful to her father. Homer discovered that he enjoyed protecting other people. Later, while shopping at the convenience store, he accidentally stumbled upon a robbery in progress. Apu's life was in danger, so Homer rushed forward and dumped scalding hot caramel onto the robber.
Muy picante. Ew.
Apu was deeply grateful to him. The satisfaction of protecting the town made Homer feel fantastic. Marge suggested that he start a security company. So Homer immediately assembled a team that included Lenny and Carl.
Well, who would my partner be?
How about Lenny?
Him? No
way.
Homer helped Ned Flanders recover a lost item and then detained him as a preventive measure. He even filmed a commercial for his security company. Homer became a local hero among the town's children, and people even started sending him free pizzas.
Hold your heads up, my kids. I didn't know my chin went that far up. Oh, yeah, that's the pride.
The mayor paid a visit to the police station and happened to find Chief Wiggum throwing a party inside. Furious, the mayor fired him and handed responsibility for the town's safety over to Homer. After taking office, Homer immediately arrested the mob boss, Fat Tony. At home, Wiggum watched the news with growing resentment.
Daddy, how come you're not at work?
I don't know. How come you're not at school?
My teacher says she's tired of trying.
Yeah, well, so am I, Ralphie.
Fat Tony threatened Homer and demanded that he leave town, but Homer paid no attention. He tried to rally public support, but aside from Flanders, no one was willing to stand up with him. Marge urged Homer to run away, but Homer worried that the mob would take revenge on his family.
In what car? With no air conditioning? And the little poop machine going every 20 minutes?
Fat Tony and his men arrived at the Simpson house. Marge tried to reason with them, but it was useless. Homer had no choice but to step outside and face the danger alone. Just as Fat Tony was about to make his move, a sudden burst of gunfire brought him and his men down. Homer narrowly escaped death. He voluntarily returned the badge to Wiggum, even though the person who fired the shots was not the former police chief.
I must have a guardian angel with a rifle.